Hello, my name is Matteo Spagnolo. I'm from the University of Aberdeen, and today I'm going to talk about some of the research that I'm conducting at the moment. Um, as we know, climate is changing and has been changing over time, perhaps more dramatically so over the past 40 years. And one of the biggest challenge for us scientists is to understand how much of an impact that climate change is having and will have, for example, on the cryosphere, on ice masses, which in turn determines how much sea level is going to fluctuate. So this is very important. But most of the ice is actually currently present on Antarctica and Greenland. And in these two environments, and especially in Antarctica, that ice flows to the ocean and is calved into large iceberg. And that's how we lose the ice. The warming actually seems to have relatively little direct effect. It's not melting the ice on the surface because Antarctica is still very cold. But possibly, probably, most likely, is accelerating the flow of the ice to the ocean and its detachment and eventually its melting as an iceberg. So, within this context, it's crucial to understand how the ice flows to the ocean. And what happens in this large ice sheet is that the ice tend to move very little unless we are in what we call an ice stream, which is essentially, if you like, a river of fast flowing ice surrounded by ice that moves very little. And these ice streams are rather enigmatic. We know very little in terms of how they move, what's the mechanics of the movement, and how much of an influence the climate directly has on it or indirectly in terms of the warm ocean waters that accelerate the melting at their front. But what we do know for sure is that a major component of this mechanism is the ice and bed interface. So, what happens at the interface between the ice stream and its bed is crucial. But there is no way for us to go there and do measurements and see with our own eyes what are the dominant processes in that environment. However, what we can do is to go to other places on Earth where the ice has disappeared now, but there used to be an ice stream, and look at the landform that is left. And by studying the landforms that were produced right there at the interface between an ice stream and its bed, we can uh, gain insight on how the ice streaming process occurs.